Alrighty, guys, you saw the title of the video. We have to break down Tesla today and talk a little bit about what's going on with China, their vehicles over there in China. And we're going to talk a little bit about Elon Musk and Twitter as well, what's coming up here in the short term. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, and don't forget to get your 15 stocks from Moomoo. Use that link down below, deposit at least $100, and you could get up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. And with that being said, guys, let's dive into the video. I appreciate all of you for tuning in as always, and let's talk about what's going on here with good old Tesla. So right now, Tesla's down 3.5%, and we've covered this before on the channel in terms of the overlaying chart pattern here. It's a descending triangle. You guys see it. We have clear lower highs that have been being made for quite some time, months at this point, pretty much all year, and now we're starting to take out, well, we did earlier, now we're at 206, but earlier in the day, we got under $200, which is very big for the bears here. It's good if you're short in the stock, in other words, right? You can see 200 has been support since the end of May. We've held that time and time again. Even last week, a couple days ago, we held that in the middle of this month. But now, again, as of earlier today, you can see on the intraday chart here, Tesla cracked under 200. That is not a good sign for the bulls. That's good news for the bears. And I said this on the channel, did I not? I mean, a couple days ago, last week, it's not fully playing out yet. I mean, we're now over 200. We've rebounded about $8 from that point where we hit 198. But the fact that we cracked under 200, that means bears are, they're still here. They're coming, and there could be some more work on the downside to be done. And if we do get a clear plunge under 200, maybe later today, maybe at some point later this week, look, and honestly, now that I'm looking at this goes to show how big 200 is of a support. 190 to 200. If we break that point, this is probably where we're going next. 175, 180, that is right where we were in March of 21, all throughout May, June of 21, that was support, right? So if 200 breaks, that is the next gap that's going to fill on the downside, in my opinion, on Tesla here, and that would put it, again, 180, right around this, 180 SMA here on the 3-year chart, and that would put it at 175, 80, 85 bucks. That's where I feel like we could be going, and then if that were to break, if we were to break 170 on Tesla, oh boy, it'll get ugly from there. I'm going to set my alert at 170 right now just to have it there whenever it hits, if it ever hits. I'll have it there. Mark is at or below 170. There we go. If 170 breaks, I mean, who knows where it's going to go from there. We'll cover it, guys, so make sure to subscribe, and you might as well hit the like button on this video if you haven't done so already. So let's talk about what's going on. Tesla is cutting prices in China. The starting price for the Model Y sedan was reduced to 265,900 yuan, which is right around $36,700 from 279,900 yuan, while that for the Model Y sport utility vehicle was cut to 288,900 yuan from 316,900 yuan. The product price is listed. That's what's currently going on with those. So right now, listen to this. The conversion rate is $1 for every 7.23 Chinese yuan. So do the math on that. It decreased about, I think, 5 to 9%, depending on which one you're looking at here. It looks like it was a bigger decrease on the Model Y, which it is a more expensive model of the Tesla, right? So that's number one. That's causing the stock to come down a bit here. Again, it's down about 4-ish% as I'm making this video, the price cuts. And we got news out of China, and mind you guys, Tesla does have a pretty good exposure to China with their factory over there. And we'll talk about competition here in a second. But China retail sales came in 2.5% in September growth year over year versus the 3.3% estimate. And it was 5.4% in August. So not only is, their retail sales coming down from August to September, but it is under the estimate as well. So that's kind of bad news for China. And we did make a video about China earlier today and the Chinese stocks, which they're still down. It's about 12:30 when I'm making this video. They're still down a massive amount. JD, Baba, Tencent, and the list goes on. Even Las Vegas Sands, companies that have exposure to China. I mean, look at this. Let's pull LVS up very quickly. A little side tangent here. This is getting destroyed. I mean, this is, this is not good news in the very short term for China. So retail sales, not nearly as good as expected. Tesla's cutting prices there in China, and it makes sense because there's a lot of competition. Not only is their economy struggling right now, no doubt about it, not only is that the case, but Tesla also has competition from BYD. A lot of people don't talk about, a lot of people know and talk about it, but people seem to forget about it. BYD has a lot of, exposure or rather a lot of, what's the word? They have a lot of presence. That's what I'm looking for. They have a huge presence in China. And of course, NIO, the, what's it called? Li Auto, XPEV. I mean, there's a lot of these out there that are coming to take Tesla's lunch. The economy's struggling, and they're cutting prices. So, I mean, right now, this is not good news, I'd say, for the short term. Now, is the long-term picture for Tesla unchanged? I mean, or has it changed, rather? I wouldn't say so, but in the very short term, yeah, they're going through some pain, no doubt about it. And I could see this coming down, 170, 75, 80. I would not be surprised if that were to happen. Now, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about Elon and Twitter. Elon Musk has until Friday evening to close his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter or face an uphill legal battle in Delaware court next month. Wall Street likely won't be comfortable until control of the company officially changes hands. And let's actually pull up Twitter very quickly. And you guys know what's going on with all this. Elon pretty much treating Tesla as a piggy bank, right? And that's another reason why Tesla's selling off like crazy. So right now, Twitter's actually holding up. I mean, it's still right around $51 a share. Looks like it pulled back ever so slightly. Well, this was actually yesterday where it took a huge nosedive in the pre-market yesterday. It dropped 20%, 20%, but it's recovered since, and now it's pretty much chilling at about 51. It might have some more work on the upside, to be honest, maybe up to about 52, 52.75. But who knows? With everything going on in the short term, this one's going to be wild. Same with Tesla, and who knows what's going to happen in these next couple of days, guys, next couple of weeks. And in terms of financing, which puts even more pressure on Tesla, let me actually switch here to the Safari tab. Did you guys know that Elon is not only, of course, selling Tesla to fund this deal, but he's also getting financing from a lot of other people or other institutions, rather. You can see here, Barclays, right? Is that Barclays? Am I reading that right? Yeah, Barclays. Look at the top left here, guys. Barclays, $6.5 billion term loan facility here. BNP Paribas, $500 million revolving loan facility. We have Mizuho here, $3 billion secured bridge loans. And we have Morgan Stanley, if I'm reading that right. Yeah, Morgan Stanley, $3 billion unsecured bridge loans. So he has $13 billion in debt financing, which I think, if this doesn't go through, maybe the financing falls through, I'm not sure. That means what? More pressure on Tesla stock, because what is Tesla going to assume? Or the investors, rather, what are they going to assume? They're going to be like, oh, wait, he's going to sell even more Tesla stock now to fund that money there, or to replace that money from the financing. So, I mean, we'll see, guys. Is the financing set in stone? Is anything really set in stone at this point? Not really. I mean, it's there's a lot going on, and we have a couple. A couple more days here, about a week. We'll figure out. He has until Friday evening, a couple more days. So let's see, is he going to close, push it back, more legal trouble, yada, yada, yada. That, of course, again, is putting pressure on the stock in the very short term. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you a Tesla shareholder? Are you buying Tesla here? Seriously, I want to know. I mean, are you guys buying Tesla, or are you just waiting because you do think it's going to break under 200? Me personally, I'm not buying it here. If it does start breaking 200, maybe to the mid hundreds, I might consider buying a little bit. But even then, I don't know. We'll see. I'd rather buy. There's other stocks that I know this might ruffle some feathers, but there's other companies that I personally like way more than Tesla. So if Tesla were to drop, hypothetically, another 20% or 25, that means probably a lot of other stocks have come down some more as well, and I might even consider, again, buying those over Tesla, even if it were to fall another 20. We'll see. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and with that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up. Hit that like button, subscribe, get your 15 stocks from Moomoo in my bio with at least a $100 deposit. Each of those could be up to $2,000, and you could also get 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. Cheers, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.